Hi, welcome to the Peaceful Home. I'm so glad you're here today. Summer is absolutely my favorite time of year, and I'm getting really excited as the school year is wrapping up and the weather's getting warmer, and we're planning adventures for the summer. My family and I live here on Riverfront Ranch, and it is a slice of heaven here. Today I'm going to show you my summer front porch. This is also a collaboration for a summer cloche with Nicole Northgarden and two vintage sisters. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them later on. If you're new here, I'm Teresa Elling, and I'm a professional organizer, parenting coach, wife, and homeschool mom to 6 graduated kids. We talk about all things home and family here on this channel, and I would love it if you would subscribe. For this collaboration, we were supposed to come up with a cloche with a summer theme. I decided to pull together a bunch of things that make me think about summer. This is a large cloche that I thrifted years ago, and it's one of my favorite pieces, and I just have it simply on a white dinner plate. I have these vintage bingo cards, and it just made me think of board games, cards, things that we do all summer long. I also have some of the shells that are actually from our river. I didn't even know that freshwater creatures like this existed, but we love collecting the shells. I started with a succulent in the center in kind of a whitewashed terracotta pot, and this is one of the nests that I collected from our property, and some feathers. We're usually going on a lot of nature hikes with the grandkids and collecting things like these mosses. I've got a few different kinds of moss from the property and an American flag, of course, patriotic for summer. And I've had this metal star for quite a while. I was able to anchor it. It's a very heavy. I used some of the white poster putty just to anchor it in there so that I could get the cloche over it without it all falling apart. So that is everything that I've got in here today, and it certainly reminds me of summer. I would encourage you to grab something like this, just a pedestal or a cheese dome or a tiered tray, and put a few things on there that remind you of summer that would make a great table decoration. In a little bit, I'll show you how I use this as a centerpiece for my afternoon tea. We'll start here by the front door. This is an old ladder I found on the property, and I first brought it in at Christmas time, and I had Christmas quilts and blankets on it. We have baby birds everywhere, and they're kind of going crazy, so sorry for all the noise. Anyway, after Christmas, it just got left here, and I decided to add some of my summer quilts and vintage blankets that I have. This little piece has been featured in a couple of videos, my porch video last year, and also how to repair drawer handles. I found this vintage suitcase lately at kind of a flea market locally, and I'm starting to work on some topiaries. This is one of my first with cypress, and I've got a jade plant, an old gas can. These are our walking sticks. Whenever we go on a hike on the property, we just keep them all in this umbrella stand, and that works perfect. I thrifted this rug, and it's a new addition to the porch this year. And I've got just some things here next to this chair. These little cowboy boots are just my favorite, and succulents, and just some metal pieces that I've collected over the years. I have things displayed on my watering trough, just some gardening things, and then some stuff that my grandkids use, the bug catcher and the nets. They go down and catch tadpoles and frogs, and they try to get fish in the river. So all of these things remind me of summer, and those things get used regularly. One change from last year is the couch that I had here got moved down to the river deck. And so I was looking for a little more seating here. I found these beautiful bamboo and cane chairs. They didn't need any work. The pillows and cushions that came with them, they actually came with some ottomans. I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do with those. But I really wasn't ready to reupholster, and I ended up thrifting these two cushions. Hi, Cat. And they were perfect for the space. And then just created this cozy little area for conversation, watching the birds and the sunset, and it's just really a lovely place to be, especially in the morning and in the evenings. It's really easy to create a little space like this. And what I do really is just imagine I'm indoors. Having a rug instantly makes it feel cozy. Bringing in some seating with some pillows and even a throw, and then some decor. I've got badminton over here because my grandson loves to play badminton. I thrifted some new rackets this year, and they're actually vintage and they're just beautiful. And I also found at a yard sale this duck decoy, and he is just one of my treasures for this year. I think he's so beautiful, and I just love his coloring, and it fits perfectly here on the front porch. I just threw some succulents in a basket and surrounded them with moss because I didn't even remove them out of the containers they came in. Because I'm going for a rather rustic look, crates are awesome for that. I like turning them upside down to use as tables, as well as stacking the chests over here. Our temperatures reach over 100 throughout the summer, and so succulents are really the only thing that will survive out here. I have to water those pretty regularly just to have them looking good. And any other plant would have to be watered daily, and I'm just not that committed to that for the front porch. So I would love to have like some hanging flowers and things, but those are just too hard to maintain for me personally, although they would look beautiful. I've prepared for afternoon tea over here on the table, and I prefer iced tea in the summer. I know even the traditional British, no matter how hot it is, they're going to have hot tea, but I do love iced tea in the summer. A simple lemon loaf and also fruit, especially watermelon. I love it in the summer with the chili powder, salt with some lemon juice. So delicious. And by the way, I put orange and mint in my iced tea, one of my favorite combinations. It doesn't have to be much, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just gathering for an afternoon tea is really a simple way to stop and slow down and enjoy the people that you're with and enjoy the summer. Today's collaboration for the Summer Cloche was sponsored by Nicole Northgarden and Two Vintage Sisters, and they both have amazing thrift channels. You need to check them out. Nicole also has 2 additional channels. She does a lot of DIYs and just some beautiful projects, and both of them are worth looking into. I will list their channels below in the description box so you can take a look. I will also have a link to the playlist so that you can look at all of the other cloche, tiered tray inspiration for summer. Thank you so much for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. Have a great day.